You know, we're gonna talk about, you know, your intuitive nature, but that's what do I mean by that? You know, I use a topic like that, and then I take off. And I like to give titles like that because that gives me places to expand and go off into the ethers. But I chose this topic because I know that we are living in it's a challenge to even describe how extraordinary the times are that we're living in. But we have evolved into an intuitive age. And how we understand that and how we understand what's happening to you, within you, around you is a real fascinating addition to like how you understand your life. And intuition is such a funny subject because in a sense it's one of the most interesting things about yourself. And two, it's kind of like explaining a forest, a tree to a, how do you say that? A forest to a tree. Because you are so extraordinarily intuitive, and the truth is some of your greatest sufferings come from the fact that you're so intuitive that you repress it. That you don't want to feel your intuitive self dialogue with you. You don't want your intuitive signals coming through at all. So that a great deal of your most difficult interior pain is that you don't want to know what you know. Is that you wish things were other than the way they were. And often, and that's the nature of the intuitive self in you, is its accuracy. So what I want to explore is in part, what is your intuitive nature? That's number one. But two, is the far-reaching orbit of what your intuitive nature is. Because the way that your mind thinks, the way that you perceive intuition most commonly is that the mind sets intuition up as a practical skill that can be reduced to answering practical questions, as if it's a servant of the practical world. So that intuition is reduced to, am I going to get this job? Is this the right thing to do? As if your intuition operates in harmony with the rational world, when in fact it's not a rational skill. So already you are miscalculating what your intuitive nature is. You're already approaching it as if it is a mental skill instead of what it actually is, which is more of a mystical attribute. You're already reducing it to a left brain characteristic so that you can practicalize it and put it to work like a work animal. So that you can, do you understand what I'm saying? And that's not how, you have to understand the multiple functions of gut intuition, survival intuition, interior guidance, the multiple levels of what the nature of the intuitive self is. And it's multiple facets to you. And how much of your basic instinct is to turn it into a survival skill, to just help you get by, because so much of you mentally is focused on survival. Yes? Okay. And so we have to talk about that. I want to position that and maybe just address a little bit just for curiosity's sake about who you are and the landscape of your life, so that you have a sense of how the journey you're on, and that you don't miss the journey you're on, and how different it is from the journey other people were on who came before you. And that's that one of the characteristics that define who you are today, who we are today, is that you simply don't stop seeking. You don't stop searching. You're obsessed with yourself. Obsessed. And if I said, what are you looking for? How would you answer that? How would you answer that? What are you seeking? And what is it that keeps you ill at rest? What is the source of your unrest? What is it? What's the source of it? What keeps you disrupted on the inside? Have you any idea? What makes it so difficult for you to find contentment? What is that? What makes it so difficult for you to be in a resting position? Nothing's enough. You're always working on something. Nothing's ever still for the modern person. They're never content, but what is it you're looking for? Well, you're not really sure, but it's not here, but it's not there. But I'm not here, but where are you? You're never really fully in present time. Well, it's partly my history. Well, I don't know, but I'm processing, but I'm working on that. You're working on what? Well, I'm not sure. But I'll get there, but I'm almost there. This is the profile of the modern person. The constant search for what exactly you're not sure, but it must be somewhere. This is the modern person, the modern profile. You are spiritual nomads, having a mass exodus from traditions, traditional spiritual places. I don't want to go there again. I don't want to be anywhere near that place. No one's going to tell me what to believe. What do you believe? I have no idea. Well, I'm not sure, but it's not that. People today are experts on what they don't believe, but totally uncertain about what they do. So they're searching for what they do believe, but don't trust a thing. The paradox that is the modern human being absolutely mesmerizes me. The search for belief while having an unbelievable incapacity to believe anything. To trust anything. To trust a thing. To go deep. To make a commitment to a practice. Intuition, to trust your own gut instinct. No, I can't do that. But I'm searching. But I'm searching. The absolute inability to find one's way in their own interior labyrinth to truth. Well, what's truth? Well, I'm not sure. What are you looking for? Can't be sure. Well, I'm trying to figure that out. Extraordinary. This is the profile of the modern person. I don't want to be told what to believe. I'm not going to tell you what to believe. I just want to know what it is you're seeking. I have no idea. But I don't want to be told. Would you like a little direction? Maybe a little bit. Well, I don't know. I don't want any religion. I'm not going to talk religion. Watch it with God. How about some spirituality? You're going to pray? Well, I don't know about that. This is the modern mind. The modern mind. This is what we've done to ourselves. It's a whodunit in the world behind our eyes. It's an absolute whodunit. So when you say you are seeking, part of what the person today is seeking is a way back in to your essential human nature. To your essential humanness. To your essential human nature. What is your basic human nature? What is it that you need that will bring you to a resting position? What is resting position? What is that? What is that? What will bring you to a resting position? Where you could say, I don't have to look about that anymore. That I just know. I know that. I know that to be the truth about my own nature. I can't violate my nature anymore. That would violate my nature. That's a no. I got to keep my ballast straight. That would violate my nature. That by your own human nature, you need to practice balance. It's written in the code of human nature. Your intuition is absolutely coded to get you into balance. The alarm goes on when you fall out of balance, so it goes ding, 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 ding. You're out of balance. And it triggers in your gut why you're out of balance.